Hello Pisces, welcome to your reading for April 1st to the 12th. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right into it. Pisces, oh my goodness. We're going up to the 12th because I want to include that full moon in Libra for you. As you know, humongously big for you, okay? Actually, you're going through you out of all the signs are going through the biggest change. I hope you know that. The biggest change. You got the North Node in your sign all year up until mid-2026. Wow, that's big. And if you know your birth chart, if you've got the North Node in Pisces, I did a separate video, okay? Check out the live stream that I did on that. And the other thing is, remember everything that was happening at the end of March, everything that you've been going through the past few months. Yeah, talk about a quantum leap, a quantum shift that you're about to go through. Okay, so I am so excited for you, and I want you to get excited as you enter this brand new era in your life. This great reset, this awakening, this age of wisdom. All right, the paradigm shift. You got the sun in Aries. The sun is exalted in Aries where it does its best. You get the greatest energy here. It's amplifying your second house, which we'll talk about because it's enormously, please pay attention to this. And then, like I said, everything that happened at the end of March, okay? You remember that? The once in a lifetime 6-planet conjunction at the 0-degree point, 4 of the planets in your sign, yeah? With a new moon solar eclipse in Aries that you're literally going to feel now because that was the end of March, so you feel it the first 2 weeks. The most, that kicks up a 6-month cycle for you. You're going through a 19-year cycle, right? We haven't had the North Node in your sign in 19 years. And of course, Neptune moving into Aries for the first time in 164 years. It's going to be here in your second house until 2038. So you see what's happening at the end of your birthday season, right? Or after your birthday season, it's this huge, actually, a lot of it was happening during your birthday season, okay? So it's this huge crescendo. So you're going to see everything play out in your life. It's big. All right. So let's keep going. Okay. There's a lot to talk about. All right. There's a lot to talk about, but if you need to see what happened that week, that last, 10 days of March, I'll leave a link in the description box, okay? It was big. It was big. There was just so much happening that we haven't seen in our lifetime. It was literally once in a lifetime, all right? Now, the other thing is, yes, if you saw your April forecast, your monthly forecast that I just posted last week, literally last week, you'll see a lot of things here. This is an enormous week, but you'll see a lot of things happening for you I did not talk about that are just as important. I just didn't have time because remember, April is the most bonkers month of 2025. And so I'm just going to graze over the things that I talked about last week, okay? So I don't repeat them. Just I'll leave the link of that or even at the end of this video for you, just for you to take a look at that, okay? Because remember, I said take notes. It's a big month. So I'll just lightly touch upon them as gentle reminders, okay? Now, and again, all the blue asterisks, the best aspects of this month, you see, or the first 12 days, you see no squares, okay? No challenging aspects. There's 2 oppositions here's the thing. I'm going to bring up some stuff that's not even on the whiteboard for you, Pisces. But I'll talk about those 2. Just look, the planets have come out to play, and they came hard. They're playing dodgeball, okay, up in the sky. Sometimes they're going to be a little bit bananas. Other times they're going to they're doing a group hug, okay? Mars, by the way, as you know, has been under a spell since September. Now he's gaining speed. You're going to get the biggest shift when Mars leaves Cancer. Mars has been in Cancer, which, to be honest, Pisces, you being a fellow water sign, you handle it well, okay? You handle it well. But Mars being in Cancer, in general, Mars is the warrior god. It does not like being in Cancer. And so with the retrogrades, with Mars being in Cancer, him, flipping over, fruit tables, whatever it is, fruit trays, That's your fifth house. So you may have felt a little bit emotionally heightened when it comes to things that bring you joy, pleasure, romance, true love. With Venus retrograde, if you're single, there's just been no, do you know what I mean? All that's changing now. All that, Mars is gaining so much energy. He's waking up. Wait, big time. You'll see him very active. And the only reason I'm singling out Mars is because Mars is Aries ruler. And again, you have so much Aries stuff happening. It is insane. It is insane. Remember, Aries is the first sign. We would literally not even have astrology without Aries. Aries is consciousness. It's the self. So absorb that. It's that leadership energy. Please use it. Okay? Remember, the sun is exalted in Aries where the sun does its best. This is the best time of the year right now. Right now, okay? To start something new, to launch something new, to put wheels in motion, put energy toward projects, whatever you want to get, because that energy is going to build. It's there for you to take. After that eclipse, that powerful, that's like 10 times the power of a new moon. So where do you want to be by October? Where do you want to be by October for the corresponding full moon in Aries? Okay, remember, 6-month cycle. And when I say that energy is going to build, it's going to build inside you. Okay, and so if you don't release it, then you get the lower expressions, which is combative and competitive and ego, like all of that, like, you know, with the sun in Aries. Okay, so just the most important thing, start putting wheels in motion. Okay, because yes, things can still be a little bit confusing. What do I want? Venus and Mercury are still retrograde, but as you see, they're going direct now. You get to move forward, and we have amazing aspects we have never seen. Y'all, some of y'all haven't seen in your life. In your life, I see my demographic. You see Saturn sextile Uranus. That hasn't happened in about 30 years, okay? So some of y'all have not seen that, and we're going to just lightly touch upon that. You've got Neptune sextiling Pluto. Nobody's seen that. That's been 250 years. Neptune freshly in Aries, Pluto freshly in Aquarius. We'll talk about that more next week, okay? Because it really gets honestly strong at the end of this month, more like May. But that's happening, like it's big. It's big, okay? For everyone. You're just gonna start feeling a big vibe shift with everything that's happening. And I want to remind you, these sextiles, they're positive, they're harmonious, they're potentials for you, they're windows of opportunity for you for what you put effort in or take action in. So I hope you are, and I hope you're taking notes, because this next few weeks is going to be big for you, Pisces. All right? Really big. And you know I'm here for you. This is why I do that. I want to help. You know you're my secret crush. Anyway, you got me so fired up. Listen, it is going to be a big time for decisions, okay? And commitments is going to be one of the biggest things for you. And just brand new beginnings and life changes, and truly your destiny and your purpose. Because once again, I have to just keep repeating this. The North Node is in your sign and will be incredibly stimulated, okay? Activated. We're going to talk about that. And you see right from the get-go, April 1st, Venus conjuncting the North Node, all right? So you're going to feel this for the first 7 days, but of course, April 1st, just right after that eclipse, just right after Neptune moving into Aries. Wow, okay? This is big. Now, Venus and the North Node, they had a brief kiss. Yeah, they had a little brief kiss with the moon. Actually, with the moon in your sign too. So Venus, North Node, and the moon in your sign on February 1st. February 1st. Think about that. Literally now, 2 months later, April 1st, they unite. Okay, because remember, Venus is in your sign, North Node in your sign. This is all happening to you. This is all about you. This is all about you. And with them, you reuniting is very poetic because Venus is retrograde in your sign. And remember, things come back around, like this conjunction, where Venus is literally on top of your North Node right now, okay? Coming back around, like Winona Ryder in Reality Bites, okay? So anyway, there is something here, North Node, right? Rahu, your mission statement, your purpose, your destiny. What do you want? What makes your heart sing? What do you desire? What brings you pleasure, love, money, relationships? All part of this, okay? Maybe a female figure involved. And we're talking about Venus here. So all of this, there's got to be a big moment of clarity, but also a big moment of really reassessing. This is when you could really, really like, or even someone from the past or circumstances from the past coming back around this time. Remember, Venus, Mercury retrograde, so bringing things up, dredging things up from the past, even up here in your mind, okay? This is all about you. This happened in your sign, okay? Now, I want to remind you, Venus is heart. Mercury is mind, yeah? So, and Mercury is the planet of communication. Venus is very social. Be social. You never know what can happen, all right? And think about things. Mercury's processing, it's thinking, it's ideas. Mercury and Saturn are going to be really tight here. That's why I'm bringing them up, okay? So it is actually like a big group hug with the North Node, and Saturn does bring those reality checks, okay? Remember, Saturn is asking you, are you sure you want this? Or, I haven't gotten your report on what you want. So remember, Venus is heart, Mercury is mind. Let's merge them, okay? And Venus, yes, and the North Node will conjunct again. That's a really strong aspect in April 23rd. So you get it twice. Therefore, because conjunctions you feel for a long time, you feel it all month. You're going to feel this all month, okay? But Venus will be direct by then. So that's when you're like, done. I know what I want. I'm moving in this direction. I know what my heart desires. Yeah. So this is just full of energy, I love this. Okay. Now, April 3rd, by the way, Mercury will conjunct the North Node at this point. That's that perfection there at 27 degrees. Okay. So again, you're going to feel that, but I just want you to consider this as a package deal. It's Venus and Mercury together with the North Node. Okay. Remember, Mercury's in your sign too. So this is all about processing everything I said. Mercury is all about the mind, communication. There may be something here with siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, you launching something new. This is the third house. Mercury rules the third house. And so this is you launching something new. All right. New business. This is learning something new, gaining knowledge in something. Okay. So keep that in mind. Advertising, PR, marketing, all of that. There's something here. Something really big, but just think communication. That's it. And travel. Some of y'all are traveling. Now, if you're a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising, your moon, your husband, your sister, boss, pet, turtle, whatever it is, mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and you are going to feel this the most. And Taurus and Libra, okay? If you, by the way, Pisces, if you know your birth chart, your natal chart, if you have any planets between 25 to 29 degrees in any of the mutable signs that I just mentioned, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, it doesn't matter which of those signs. You got to look at the angular aspects. You will feel this all month. In fact, 90% of the things I'm going to tell you right now, if you have any planets here, you're going to feel, okay? Because it's so much mutable activation. Now, welcome to the most insane weekend of the year of 2025. Yes, I'm a Virgo moon. I'm a Gemini rising. I'm an Aquarius. Of course, I look at these things. So anyway, you're going to feel this, okay? You're going to feel this. And again, just brief touch here, okay? Because I'm not going to repeat what I said in your monthly forecast where I talk in length about this, okay? Look at the first 15 minutes of your video from last week, your April forecast. Now, Friday, this is when things kick off. You got Saturn sextile Uranus. This is really big for you. There's some commitment you're making, okay? We have not seen this aspect since March of your birthday season, 1997. 1997. Hit me, baby, one more time. We're talking 1997 here, okay? I don't even know if that's when that came out, but it's a long time ago, all right? Uranus, as you know, is all about change, revolution, evolution, progress, breakthrough, surprises, a wake-up call. Saturn bringing that long-term stability, commitment to anything that you want here, where Uranus is all about freedom. It's everything I just said, all right? So there, yes, it's Mars is Uranus too. Mars is all about the actions you take. All right. So just keep that in mind. There's something here happening with communication for you in a really big way. Saturn is in your sign in a big way for you. Okay. Uranus is in Taurus in your third house of communication. So you see what's happening here? Please be social, communicate, network. okay? Or just process things. Big things here, all right? Now, you're, like I said, you're gonna feel the first 10 days, these two aspects, even the third one, all three of them, okay? First 10 days from April 1st to about the 10th, 11th-ish. However, with Uranus, with Saturn sextile Uranus, you're gonna feel it's like, again, this is when something really gets going for you, started up for you, and you're gonna feel it up until August. Okay, Pisces? You're putting things in motion. Okay, in August, just to give you a little preview, is one of, if not the best month of 2025. All right, there's gonna be something there that happens in August we haven't seen since 1965. It's just incredibly special, and we'll talk about it later. All right, you're really gonna feel that. Mars sextile Uranus. Listen, we only get this twice a year. It's one of the top 10 aspects out of astrology. Top 10, 15 out of the hundreds of aspects. This is insane. Okay, something I didn't say last week. Just what? Oh, maybe I did actually. But what happened for you? Because I did a special reading for you. What happened for you, Pisces? For you, around January 20th. Okay, that's when we had the Pluto Cazimi, setting up this brand new cycle for you. All right, and that was when we also had Mars sextile Uranus at that same time. But that's the thing. Mars was really in the trenches, like retrograde at that time. So it's a different energy. Yeah. So it's stimulating, it's motivating, it's breaking free from things that you need to break free from. There's got to be definitely some emphasis here with home, family, and things that bring you pleasure and joy. Remember, your fifth house is strongly activated with Mars there. Okay. Procreation, recreation. Remember, what's the root? Create. All right? Create. This, again, really, really great. And then Mars trine Saturn in your sign. We talked about this. Look at your last week's reading. All three of these aspects, they're all happening at 25 degrees. The Aries degree point. I told you this Aries energy is really strong. And so Aries just naturally represents leadership, go-getter energy. Let me do this. Let me launch this. All right. So just keep that in mind. Now, April 5th, I did not tell you about last week. Mars will trine Mercury. So once again, this is a big deal. You got Mercury in your sign. All right. You got Mars in your fifth house of joy, pleasure, true, like romance, right? Fifth house is also, children and family and creativity. Okay. So remember, creativity, procreation, recreation, all of that. You're going to feel it strongly because not only is Mars sextile Uranus, you got Mars now trining Mercury, Venus, Saturn, and the North Node all in your sign. I can't even with you, Pisces. You have so much happening here. Now, we have a mini grand trine, all right? And this is going to be hugely important because you got Mars and the Moon, right, in Cancer. You got Mercury, even Venus, right, in Pisces, your side, and then you have Juno. You have Juno in Sagittarius. Okay, listen, I've talked about Juno. We talk about and we're obviously going to talk about more in the second spread. You got like the cap here. We're going to talk more in the second spread. Okay, but where we talk about asteroids and lunations and all those things that are just. Like water signs really should look at their moon, like read their moon. So, you read your sun, your rising, and your moon. But anyway, this is big because Juno, as I have mentioned before, she is a goddess, right? Who is linked to Libra. What's happening at the end of that full moon in Libra, right? She is all about everything that Libra represents: partnerships, marriage, contracts, legal matters, the balance of power in relationships. Yeah. So you got this it's big. Okay. It's huge because this day, there's very much likely something's happening with career. If you're not here for career, it's just whatever you're exerting your energy into that you want to be known for. If you want to be known as the best, fastest knitter in your, gated community, that's where you're putting your energy. That's all 10th house of. 10th house is fame. All right. It's your reputation. It's honors. It's achievements. And that's where Juno is for you. And so we will talk more about it, right, in the second spread. But anyway, Mercury trine Mars, it's just it's a big thing. It's a big thing. It's rare. You can't have this unless Mars is retrograde. So look at what happened for you around February 23rd, all right? What were the conversations you were having? What was going on in your mind around that time? All right. When it came to things that bring you pleasure and home and family and children and love and true love. And if you're single, wanting a relationship, things like that. All right. Remember, Mars was slow back then. But Mercury with Mars, by the way, again, we're not going to have this until 2027. This is an amazing aspect. It's big, ninja mind. It's assertive. It's mentally sharp. It's ginkgo biloba. It's sharp decisions, all that actions you take. Remember I said, be social. Please use this, okay? Be proactive, network. It's strong. However, both the planets are in their fault or detriment. So you got to put a little bit of effort here into this, okay? Don't hold back. Now, mutable signs, cardinal signs, yes, we'll feel this the most, especially Cancer and Pisces. All right, now, Sunday, the 6th, welcome to the luckiest day of April. Welcome to the luckiest weekend of April. And welcome to the luckiest weekend of 2025. Yes, that is correct. The luckiest weekend of the entire year. All right. Now, the sun sextile Jupiter. This is major. All right. And sun sextile Jupiter, by the way, remember, wonderful, harmonious window of opportunity for you. Okay. You got the sun and Jupiter here. This is one of the top three luckiest aspects out of the hundreds of you're going to want to use this Jupiter, your ruler, by the way, okay? The planet of luck, good fortune, profit, abundance, wisdom, expansion, sextiling the sun exalted in Aries. So what's happening here is huge. You're going to feel this days before, days after. Please take advantage of this. You've got Jupiter and Gemini in your 4th house. There's definitely going to be some activity in the home sphere, the foundations of your life. All right. Real estate, property matters, your lover, your parents or children, all of that. All right. So keep that in mind, as well as money. So that's the other thing I was to tell you. All this Aries energy, as you would know from last week's reading, rules your 2nd house of money, salary, income, the finances. That's why you want to pay attention to that mini grand trine. Anyway, the 2nd house is self-worth and value as well. Something building your confidence here. It's in Aries. That's bold. All right. So here's the thing. If you're not here for money at all, material possessions, there's something coming in, or maybe food, the 2nd house is food. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. All right. Now, we will have this again in the amazing month of August. Okay. And just to let you know, if you want to prepare in advance, June, if this is the luckiest weekend, June is the luckiest month of 2025. Ooh, you just wait. That is going to be bonkers. If like for you, the best of the year. I cannot wait to tell you about it. Okay. So just know Jupiter right now, the king of the gods, by the way, is bringing you enormous blessings, but these blessings depend on the actions you take. That's why I always say take inspired actions, okay? Remember, you're on the biggest karmic journey that you've been on in 19 years and in general, right? So that's what karma is. Karma, as I've always mentioned, in Sanskrit literally means action. That's why I always say take inspired action, all right? And I'm going to tell you the second luckiest day in the second spread. All right, now, and it's happening here. So you see Venus in your sign is trining Mars in your 5th house of love and relationships. Yeah. So hello, a wonderful. Okay. Remember, it's also it's the 5th house. It's also, if you're not here for that, it's creativity. What creative project are you working on? You feeling good about? This is a feel good aspect. It's Venus and Mars. All right. Remember, the 5th house is the house of sex too. It's Venus and Mars. So if it's at 25 degrees, remember that 25 degree point is insanely, activated this entire time. So you're going to feel this up until like the 11th, 12th. But again, this is the money shot right here this weekend. Very emotionally moving. Okay. Very nostalgic energy too. And just emphasis on romance, money, relationships, creativity, beauty, especially with Venus retrograde, something from the past maybe coming up again. All right. This is happening at the same day that Jupiter's being, with an exalted sun. We have two exaltations that day. All right. The two benefic planets, Venus and Jupiter, activated. I told you Venus is social, Jupiter and Gemini. That's very social. That's you got to go. I got Jupiter and Gemini. I can talk. All right. To be social, plant seeds for growth. Remember, Jupiter expands. Okay. You got the sun, your life force here, that willpower. Oh my gosh. And in the most powerful spot of the year, you got to use this. Just let it be known who you are, what you want, why you're here, what you deserve. Please use this, okay? You never know what doors can open for you. Remember, you got Uranus bringing you surprises. All right, now, by the way, yes, you are one of them too. You're one of them too, okay? So I'm going to let you know. Venus, we're talking about fertility here, right? Is going to be trining the moon. The moon is, rules Cancer, right? Cancer, so you got fertility, you got family, emotions, home stuff, loved ones, and Cancer rules your 5th house of true love and procreation anyway. And then you got Venus in your sign trining the moon and Mars. Therefore, Mars will be conjuncting the moon, sextiling Uranus in your home sector that Cancer rules. Jupiter, all about your 3rd house of communication, but Jupiter is here in your 4th house, right? So home and things like that. So anyway, long story short, a lot of you are going to be having babies, okay? Or thinking about having babies, or, this is baby maker energy. But remember, it's still just all about creation for you. Create something, all right? The signs who are going to feel this the most: air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius; fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo; and water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and you. But obviously, everyone's going to feel this. Now, Monday, we got the first Venus-Saturn conjunction, 25 degrees. You're launching new things. You've got to, this is a potent aspect, okay? Again, I talked about this at length last week in your monthly forecast. We're going to skip this because we have this again April 24th. Therefore, just like Venus conjuncting the North Node, now you got Venus conjuncting Saturn here on the North Node. So you're going to feel this all month long. Saturn is in your sign. Venus is in your sign. Who's going to feel this the most? Obviously you. And remember, Venus and they've all been conjuncting for months in your sign. This is when they, right? So they perfect. Just think love, just the biggest things here for you: relationships, creativity, finances, and bringing structure to it, okay? Or just becoming a bigger authority. All right, just remember, you create your reality. Saturn, right? He brings in those reality checks. He tests you, okay? So you gotta work with him, but you gotta take action. And again, you will feel it more when Venus is direct, all right? In 2 weeks from now, when Venus conjunct Saturn, that's when Saturn is going to be like, okay, give me your report of what you want, what your heart desires, because now we're building this commitment. But it starts now, okay? So again, mutable signs: Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and you. But you, of course, out of all of them, you're all, on the field right now, okay? You got someone's at bat. Anyway, actually, Taurus, Libra, and Capricorn, they're up there too. All right. So if, for instance, like if you're a Pisces, Libra rising, of course you're going to feel this tremendously. So, one thing that's happening on this day, by the way, that not on the whiteboard, Venus will sextile Uranus. Hello. This is absolutely enormously amazing. So this is just basically saying, with Venus, the fact that it's in your sign, in your 3rd house of communication, have those breakthroughs. This is just saying, have break from routine. Who did you want to text? Who are you like, oh, I don't want to text it, but my soul says to text this person. Who is that person? That's what Uranus is here to do. He's saying, do new things, Ask yourself, say, I wonder what would happen if ... That's what Uranus wants you to do here with love, with money, with relationships, with beauty, with harmony, with all of that creativity. It's just absolutely amazing, okay? Because the sun is at its exalted degree. The moon is going to be in Leo. Oh, gosh. Sexual energy off the charts, whether you're single or in a relationship, or just go shopping. It's a great day for shopping, okay? Now, we will have this again April 20th, all right? Now, Mercury goes direct, officially direct, no longer retrograde. Bunka bunka bunk. All right, so you see, that's right. I can barely fit it. I mean, it's one of the major aspects of this, but I can barely fit it. With Mercury being retrograde as I record this video, you saw what happened last week. Like, so there's been, you saw some of, if you a cross watcher, you saw some other videos. Mercury retrograde is gonna, anyway, now Mercury's direct. You can sign things. You can buy things. You can, like electronics. Go buy that new Apple iPad or whatever. You can, put things in motion. You've got new perspective now. Mercury is in your sign. Direct in your sign. So who's going to get all that clarity now? It's you with your everything you want. Mercury is here. Got direct. Happy. Mercury is Hermes. Speed. You're good. Okay, so now the one thing, Pisces, and I told you this in your last week's reading, but it bears reminding you. Think about the last 2 weeks of September 2024 when we had that eclipse in your sign. Something from that time is being activated here, up here, or important conversation you're having or want to have or want to reach out to someone. It's happening. Or thinking about something, launching something new. It's happening. Okay. Now, and just remember at this point, you got the North Node, Saturn, Venus, Mercury, all conjunct in your sign. Come on. Big. Okay. Remember, it's still happening. It's spilling over from your birthday season. All right. Now, Mercury will conjunct Saturn. You isolate that. Yeah. You got Mercury's now saying, okay, well, Saturn's saying you got to commit to something here. You got to commit. Okay. What is it? Tell me what it is. All right. Whatever it is that is no longer serving you well, you're going to have that clarity. Or things that you know will serve you best, you're going to have that clarity. Okay. You're the captain of your ship. You make those executive decisions. You decide which way to go. This is your destiny. Okay. And if not, just have an idea of which direction you want to go. That's fine too, because remember, you're going to have a lot of activations. And speaking of your destiny, Thursday, April 10th, you got Mars with the nodes of fate and destiny, right? You got Mars trining the North Node in your sign, right? I like that. That's good. Mars is saying, boom, let's do this. And Mars is bringing in that element of again, that fifth house activity, right? Everything I mentioned, okay? The house of joy and pleasure and family and children and true love and creativity, creative projects. The thing is, and this is happening at 27 degrees, by the way, okay? The thing is, Mars sextiling the South Node in Virgo, that's a little, all right, because the moon will be in Virgo. So the fact that you got Mars sextiling the South Node, but the South Node is in Virgo, right? Your opposite sign. And so the moon, the actual moon, right? So on the South Node of the moon, and you got the actual moon in Virgo moon, right on the South Node this day, opposite Saturn in your sign. So please pay attention to this day. Mars is not messing around. He's like, come in, he's got the fake beard on. Like he wants to, stir things up. But this is a South Node. It's your opposite sign. Therefore, it's all about partnerships, relationships, legal matters, one-on-one commitments. It can be any one-on-one commitment. So it can be something career-related, love-related. It could be your wedding planner. It could be your babysitter, your lawyer, your publicist. It does not matter. There's going to be something here where there's a hard Saturn aspect, and you got Mars coming in, like, where he's already in Cancer, where emotions are already heightened, right? And he's, kicking holes in walls. So this day, yes, there's something that just has to go. Something bringing in faded relationships or faded, with your fifth house, right? Very passionate energy with the North Node, your destiny. But with the South Node on the moon, opposite Saturn, that's the two malefic planets, Mars and Saturn. They're seeing eye to eye, and they're like, psychically connecting right now. And they're like, let's do something. So South Node is where things have to go anyway. anyway. All right. There is a partnership here. There's something here, a partnership, relationship, again, a one-on-one relationship, or just a legal matter. This has got to go. Mars is like a spear. And he's saying, this has got to go. Okay. Think about the lunar eclipse we had in Virgo last month in your birthday season. What had to go? That you were still, because I said this eclipse you're gonna feel for a month. Now Mars is here with Saturn saying, oh, okay, full stop. This is it. This has got to go. Something got to change. So what is it that has to change in partnerships, relationships? Okay, just be mindful of this day. That's it. But be ready. Remember, Virgo is that perfectionist energy, that self-critical energy. We need to let that go if in a current relationship, partnership, right? Or if you want to be in one or anything, right? This is all up to you. Virgo also, remember, health, okay? So there's something here. Are you doing something that you have to adjust your health? Did something come up for you in the lunar eclipse? And you're like, oh, I'm just going to let this pass. No, you got to pay attention to something here, okay? Just because, again, Saturn in your sign and Mars being, very Andrew Dice Clay right now. All right. So just here's the thing. On the flip side, Uranus is great here. Okay. Uranus is coming as a hero, harmonizing with the North Node and, the Virgo moon. And but he's saying, like, just shake things up. All right. Shake things up. You let this go. I'm going to bring in new opportunities for you. Okay. This could also be emotional breakthroughs. You got the nodes and the moon all, involved here. All right. So Moon in Virgo is very productive, checking off your to-do list, whistling while you work in service to others. It's very intelligent. So but it can be over analytical with this, so just keep that in mind. Okay. Everyone's going to feel this. Mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. Yeah. Cancer, Aries, Libra, Capricorn. Though y'all are going to feel it the most. All right. And again, if you have any planets between 24 to 29 degrees in the mutable signs or the cardinal signs, okay, you will feel this, especially if you have here's the thing. And again, it doesn't matter which one. It's where you're looking at the angular aspects. For instance, a lot of y'all know I have my Mars in Cancer. I have been dealing with Mars in Cancer since September. When I was hospitalized, do you remember that with the new moon in Virgo? Yes. So this profoundly will have an impact on me because my Mars in Cancer is at 28 degrees. So this is hitting my Mars in Cancer and I'm a Virgo moon, 28 degrees. So you see what I'm saying? When I point these things out, when you look at your birth chart, you see what will have the most impact on you. I have a Virgo moon. This is on the South Node. So Mars is, yes, coming in hard to say, Jimmy, something has to go. All right. So please pay attention. All right. So this is just, and it's the South Node. It's like things have to go anyway because you're evolving, you're growing. That's what it is. Okay. And remember, pay attention to health. And so ever since that one, when I got, the flu all last month during that lunar eclipse in Virgo, well, one thing that happened for me is that I started doing yoga, Pilates every morning. Okay. Not just, a few mornings a week, but every morning. So that's how I made some adjustments. Okay. So just do something new. All right. It feels so good. Now, here's the big one. You got the full moon in Libra on Saturday, April 12th. All right. This is having 23 degrees. So what's happening here? There's something really big for you. Now it's happening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time, Brooklyn time, convert that wherever you live in the world, right? This is big, okay? Because you're going to feel it at least a week before, a week after. This is happening, like I said, at 23 degrees. What is that? That's the Aquarius degree. So this full moon in Libra, which is all about endings. It's all about closure. It's all about release, okay? Culmination, a turning point. The fact that it's at 23 degrees in Aquarius, this is all about your freedom. So there's something here, your personal, revolution, evolution, self-expression. There's something here freeing you. This is a full moon in Libra. This is all about partnerships and relationships and commitments and legal matters. You've already got that activated just with that South Node in Virgo. So you are going to really feel this because that is your opposite sign in the 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So you are going to really feel this week. Okay. The 23 degree point is the degree of divorce. It's linked to divorce. All right. So it's a full moon in Libra. All right. So, and yeah, it can be marriage, but just divorce doesn't have to mean it. It can be divorce from your company. Yeah. Because you've got the tools to start your own, company, things like that. Right. Divorce from your agent. Your agent hasn't been doing anything for you. That's what I'm saying. It can be whatever you're putting energy toward, all right? Libra, by the way, is justice. What did I say about Juno? She's highly active this day, and she's all about marriage, contracts, relationships, all of that, legal matters. Juno in Sagittarius will be amazingly positioned here, trining this harmonious flow with Mercury, Venus, Mars, Saturn, the North Node, and Neptune in Aries. So you see, with a bunch of planets in your sign, and then the first Neptune in Aries aspect that we have. This is enormous, okay? If she's an asteroid, it's not the first planetary aspect. It's with an asteroid, but the Juno-Neptune aspect is the strongest out of all the planets I mentioned because they're both at 0 degrees. The critical degree point, the degree of fresh new beginnings at a full moon where something's ending. So this is big for you, Pisces, okay? Again, big. I don't know if I told you this. I did, yeah? Think about what happened for you. October, all of October. What was going on there? Because we had the new moon ring of fire solar eclipse in Libra, October 2nd. So whatever was happening around that time, this is the turning point. This is the corresponding full moon. Not only that, this is the end officially of the Aries Libra axis that we've been on since July 2023. All right. A lot of money stuff happening for you. Okay. Obviously ups and downs. Like that was the North Node, South Node. Like you were learning a lot with money, but also not only money, but self-worth, self-value, and yourself and partnerships. Why is this such a big deal for you? This full moon, one of the most powerful and significant full moons of 2025, because Libra rules your 8th house. And so there is this depth of partnerships, relationships, your relationships with other people. It can be a business partner, love. This is 8th house. 8th house is death and rebirth. So you, out of all the signs, are having the biggest transformation, like I said, but this full moon is truly transformative. All right. Remember, the moon is all about its intuition. Yeah, sure. It's emotional, but it's a turning point for you. 8th house is wealth building. There's something here about wealth. Okay. Remember, I said this whole time it's going to be about decisions and commitments and new beginnings. And Mars is going to be hitting hard with this full moon. But remember what I said, the sun conjuncting Chiron, all right? The wounded healer, profound healing. You got the sun helping here. I talked about that last week, okay? And by the way, when was the last time you saw a Chiron Kazemi, okay? So just let it, you got Jupiter trining the moon here. Absolutely amazing. You've got the North Node, Uranus, Venus, Mercury, all harmonious. Again, I talked about last week what that can do for you. I mean, you've got some big breakthroughs, maybe even breakups for your freedom, new opportunities, love. I talk about this next, and actually a female figure definitely going to be involved around this time as well in some capacity. I talked about last week. Anyway, this is just very, very liberating. The sun is still strong here. The sun in Aries, right? Very independent energy that just be inspired to do something where you're like, this is no longer serving me well, because within the same hour of this full moon, Venus, the ruler of Libra, therefore it's a Venus-ruled full moon, yeah, retrograde since March 1st, is officially direct, okay? And remember, Venus is in your sign and exalted in your sign, and happening at 25 degrees. So you can now move forward now you've got that clarity. You got Mercury direct, you got Venus direct, you got all those places. Now you know what your heart desires. Okay. So anyway, this is really, really big. This is in your sign. This is all about you. Who's going to feel the full moon the most? Cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and Taurus. And obviously you and, there's another sign, but with every sign, okay? You're like I said, all those planets are activated. Fixed signs are going to feel everyone, okay? But it's big. If you have any planets in any of the cardinal signs, 20 to 26 degrees, you will feel this full moon the most. Let's get started. Pisces. Oh my fax machine. Okay, we got to. Okay, so let's get started, Pisces. Let's see what's going on for you. It's a really big time. It's a really, really, really big time, Pisces. I love what's happening for you. Big shifts. Okay, there we go. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For April, for the first 2 weeks of April, basically, Pisces, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. Oh gosh, it's been forever. I feel like I missed y'all. What y'all been doing? Listen, Pisces, you're going through some major growth, and again, there's got to be some money stuff here. Like, I want to make money. I want to start the side hustle. I want to grow. I want to do investments. I mean, you've got the 2 money houses activated greatly. You've got love stuff, and again, career stuff. So let's break it down. Let's see what's going on. Oh, okay. You want, okay. I can't even, can you even see with the sun here? You see that? You see what's happening? All right, let me just do like a bigger. Okay, I'm just going to stop. Listen, I'll just pull the cards up one by one. You're good. You need to get out of your head, but you're good. You got, literally, this is going to be the best time for you. Let's get started. You got the 4 of Wands. Yeah, I'm very excited for you. This is a card of, like, marriage. This is a card of celebration. This is a card of meeting someone. This is a card of having a baby, having a milestone, getting a new job, starting your business. It's Wands, yeah? Your passions. Now, what else is this? This card is attributed to Aries. It's an Aries card. You got all this Aries energy in your second house of self-worth, self-value, something that you're doing is bringing you this sense of like confidence. I can do this. I can have this. This is mine. This is mine. This is amazing. This is a sense of freedom here. Really, really moving. Okay. I love this. Like I said, freeing yourself is a big thing here. All right. You do you. This is amazing. Oh my gosh. All right. And because of that, you're moving into one of the best periods of your life. You got the 8 of Cups in the heart of your spread. And the heart of your spread, if you're a cross watcher, there was one other sign so far that got it. And it's rare to get the Ace of Cups, the heart of tarot, and the heart of your spread. This is new beginnings. What did I tell you? This is new beginnings. New opportunities, a new cycle for you. The Ace, Hand of Spirit offering you this, the biggest cup, it's a chalice. It's the Holy Grail. And the streams, all the 5 streams, your sense, everything here. This is tears of joy. And this is cups, love, relationships. It's emotions, it's feelings, it's intuition, it's healing, it's everything. So this is like, look at this. This is like getting your dream job. Tears of joy. This is having a baby, moving into a new home, the dream house, dream job. This big, getting married, big, meeting the one, your soulmate, big. It's happening, Pisces. It's happening. You've got to put your energy out there. Everything is energy. You have to connect with that energy right here, but it's big and you're going to have it. I'm very excited for you. You got Judgment, okay? In your challenge area. I don't mind it. Look at what's happening here. It's, I always say there's a difference between the physical mind and the higher mind. Shift more toward the higher mind, okay? Your sixth sense, all of that. You've got the North Node in your sign. Your sign is very spiritual as it is. Do that, please, okay? But it does seem like you're moving into this place where you're just going to feel this growth, this spiritual growth, maybe even awakening. And maybe it can come like in a way where it's like there is something that happens that really amplifies that. Like it awakens something in you, something that happens in your physical world or emotionally, like really awakens something spiritually in you now. Okay. The second thing is there may be some people in your life, a relationship, partnership, sister, brother, it doesn't matter. You got a lot of family stuff too. So there can be something here where they may need a little bit of a wake up call and you may need to be the person that helps. Okay. But here's the thing. You got that Eight of Swords in your crown. So don't overthink things. Like I said, don't overanalyze things. Things that have to go, have to go. You got the South Node in Virgo and your opposite side of, right? So this is when Mars is on it, on that Virgo moon, something's like that. So don't overanalyze things. Don't overthink things, especially when it comes to home, family, the foundations of your life, okay? She refuses to see the truth, to be honest with herself, to deal with things. She's put on a blindfold. She got that, look, her feet are free though. She can walk out anytime she wants. It's all about choice. You've got the power to choose, okay? So as long as you don't do that, you're going to be fine, because why would you not want to see all these amazing things that can come into your life, right? Or all these, you got these, do you know what I mean? Like, so, but I do understand that you do have powerful, 4 or 5 planet conjunctions happening in your sign at that 29 degree point, the critical, the anaretic degree for some weeks. So there's something requiring you to spiritually evolve, something requiring you to change. Okay. So adapt with it, but create your destiny, create your reality. Okay. Don't close yourself off to it, because whoa, you got the 4 of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. Yeah, there's something here with partnerships, relationships in a big way. And again, it can be, love. It can be career. It could be a family member. It can be platonic. It can be a friend. It's just you opening yourself up. Okay. You opening yourself up here for somebody else to come into your life. This is 2 souls inhabiting one body. You got that with that Ace of Cups, with that dove at the top, doves that mate for life. This is absolutely enormous. You got some big stuff happening here. You got that winged lion, all that passion, so much passion, right? Coming after that 4 of Wands, you see the couple here. This is big. All right, Queen of Wands. You're getting everything you want. Anything you want, that's a Queen of Wands. This is confidence. She's regal. She radiates strength and royalty and vibrancy. That is the Queen of Wands. Okay, people gravitate toward her because she shines bright like a diamond. She's confident AF. All right, so that's why she can get whatever she wants. She understands the law of attraction. Vibrate at high frequency, but that, you see the sunflower in her hand and in her throne in the back, right? Big. That's optimism, opportunity. That's, sunflowers, you do gardening, they lean toward the sun. I told you the sun is in its most powerful position in Aries, and the Queen of Wands is Aries. Therefore, remember, that's your second house of self-worth, self-value, confidence. But again, Wands, you got like your passions, your ambitions. What do you want? You're going to get it, but you got to put that energy into it. But there's something that it just seems like naturally is going to be presented to you. You got to take it. All right. But I love this because there's so much love. There's so much heart energy. There's so much passion here. But then when you got that one sword, like up here, the 8 of Swords up here, you just, okay. So have that from the very beginning. I said that heart mind connection. Okay. You're going to be fine. That's amazing. She is the entrepreneur. Yeah. By the way, if you're here for career, work, starting your own business, but also she, out of all the queens, has the most sexual energy. I already told you that's a big thing this week. If you're here for that, okay, you literally have the 4 of Wands with the Ace of Cups. Okay, so with the Queen of Wands now, yes, if that's what you want, that's okay. And it is a big time for that right now. The first 2 weeks, and if you're a cross watcher, you'll see that a lot of signs have. Okay. Anyway, Pisces, y'all are amazing. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. I really want to hear from y'all. Look, you see my Pisces tattoo. If you're new to my channel, I told you, I'm a big Pisces. Like y'all are my, y'all are, you complete me. You're my crush. I'm going to do this. Can you see the spread? Because the sun is coming in really hard, but that's a great sign. It's the sun. It's, that's a sign. Pisces. Oh, and this is not, I'm an Aquarius, by the way, if you are new to my channel. It's just someone very dear to me, but I love all my Pisces. Anyway, let's see what's going on. Okay. Yeah. Listen, you got things to do. First, you got the Knight of Swords. Okay, great. Your mind, listen, that's the thing. The one thing that I said, those lower expressions, okay, of the sun in Aries, and that there's a lot of Aries energy that's activated for you, right? The one thing, when you see that 8 of Swords, when you see that Knight of Swords, can be a little bit impulsive, can be a little like, a little too aggressive as well. And it really could be someone else that maybe you're feeling is putting you in that energy with that 8 of Swords. Yeah. So again, this is all about your empowerment. This is your journey. This is your karmic journey. You got the North Node in your sign. You own it, okay? But I do like that the Knight of Swords showed up because it's showing that, yeah, you walk out, minds ablazing. Now you got that Two of Wands. Very interesting. I always say this is the most underrated card. It's so powerful. It's attributed to Mars and Aries, okay? And this is one of those weeks where it's come out more than it ever has. All right. So the Two of Wands in your external factors area makes a lot of sense. Yeah, something new is happening here. And this is just you now planning your next steps. Like he's standing at the highest point of the castle. There's a big achievement here. He's got the world in his hand. It's wands as well. So there's something here coming together for you where you're putting things together. Things are coming together. You got this really great view into, the next 6 months or even the next year, the next 5 years, whatever you want. That's what you want. You got the 10 of Cups. So go forth. Go forth. Go toward that. You can have that. You can have it all. And that is your card. That is a Pisces card. All right. So when I say you got a lot of family stuff happening, love stuff, true love, all of that, happy everything, you got that here. You see the happy couple. You see, I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to wait. Oh, gosh. Okay, let me just pull it up to the thing. This is a card of complete joy. It's a state of happiness, nirvana that you just don't. It's just like you're so filled with it. You don't even think about it, right? But only Rainbow and Tarot. Now, you see that little house in the background? You see it here in the Two of Cups? So where are they going to get to? Right here. Right here. That's what you want. It's what you want. You gotta be honest with yourself, okay? With that Seven of Swords, you gotta be really, really honest with yourself. Okay? Just don't listen. You got the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords in final outcome. Like I said, there could be someone that's putting you in that position where it's like they're stealing your power, right? Never let anyone steal your power. Never. Okay? This is a card of deception, of deceit, of disloyalty, dishonesty. Like it just never let anyone take away your power. By the way, something may be revealed when Mars is on Virgo, the South Node of Virgo with the Moon in Virgo. That is her 7th house. And the 7th house can be it's partnerships, relationships. It can be open enemies. When you have strong aspects like that, yeah, it can be someone that is, all right? So, but this, regardless of whether it's someone making you, right? Or whether it's you still have to take action to get out of that. All right. So that's why I'm saying be honest with yourself. Okay. About anything that you have to face instead of like, he's stealing the swords and, broad daylight. So it can be about a circumstance. Okay. Take that charge, Pisces. You want me to, you really don't need any clarifiers. You're good. You're good. There's some great things happening, but there may be a tendency to overthink something and just remember, you have the ability to, he's stealing, what did I say? The swords in broad daylight. There's a reason for that. He's meant to be caught. And so again, if there's someone within your world, again, this is an entire 2 weeks of partnerships, relationships, other people involved, a lot of stuff happening in your sign. So just know that we got to have those conversations. We got to have our lines of communication open so we don't feel like that. But again, if there's something within you, it's just like, right. This is kind of like, look at all this amazing stuff. But this is a little bit like, Julia Roberts in, what is it? Runaway Bride or whatever. Amazing. Like how amazing you're, right. But then it's like, I don't know if I can do this. You can. Okay, take those steps to the point where you're comfortable taking off that blindfold, and it starts with being honest with yourself and having that self-love. Okay, Pisces, y'all are amazing. Next week, you got so much happening next week. Okay, we're gonna go deep next week. Oh yeah, and the second spread. I'm gonna tell you. We're gonna do a spread just for the Libra full moon. I'm gonna tell you the second best day of the month, which is within these, and then and a lot of other stuff. I'm gonna tell you a day not to sign contracts, not to have like important conversations with your boss or whatever. But okay, so tier 3 members, you know where to find that link It's your bonus video. Thank you so much, Pisces. Y'all are amazing. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Please tell me what's happening. Let me go. Let me know. Let me know. Y'all got some big stuff. And when Juno hits, she's going to be hitting over that weekend. Like I said, so there may be, if you're here for career, fame, or just whatever you want to be known for, or achieving something big, there's something here. Anyway, we'll talk about that too. Y'all are amazing. I'll see you next week. Thanks so much, Pisces. Bye-bye.